Hey team, it's Ben. I am here at a old bank, thinking about money and treasures and where you store them up. That will be today's Sunday school lesson. When I was younger, my dad, I remember he always had this huge empty water jug, which when he came home from a day out, he would empty out his pockets and put his coins and sometimes bills in this water jug. And the jugs I'm talking about are those like 5-gallon ones that you turn upside down and use for your home. Anyway, he had filled up a jug, I remember, and I have no idea how much money was in there, and neither did he, as you'll see. But so he had filled up the jug and had planned to take it to the bank to deposit it, and it would have been definitely over $1,000, maybe somewhere between $1,000 and $5,000 in there. And then somebody broke in and they stole his coin jug. And then he had no money. And there was no trace of it because it was all just leftover coins from his day and bills and so forth. So he was devastated. It wasn't the end of their world. It wasn't, for the mortgage or our college education or anything like that. But it was sad that someone had stolen it. And when I drove by this bank today, was actually a bank that I do my banking with. I had that thought that this is an important lesson, and I wanted to spend some time with it with you guys today. So I'm going to read the scripture today, and we're going to talk about it just very briefly here. It's Matthew 6:19-21. It says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves can break in and steal. Store up your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be." And guys, as I stand here outside this bank, there was at one time hundreds, thousands, maybe millions. I don't know how much money was inside these walls one day, but the point is, right now, presumably, there's nothing in there. The owners have moved on. They've decided it's not a good location. They're banking elsewhere. I know that the bank chain still exists. There's nothing in there, but the building still stands as like a memorial. There was once a bank here that had valuable things inside. And when I think about human beings and our lives here on earth, and then this verse that we read today, we're so much like that, guys. We all know 100% of people will die one day. And while that's grim and it's sad, it's true. And we don't ever want our most valuable things to just not exist when we die. So houses, iPhones, shoes, nail polish, hair, cars, boats, all of the things that we can accumulate fit the description. Moths can eat, thieves can steal, and one day when our bodies are like this bank chain, that our spirit leaves, what's valuable leaves. If what we leave behind is invaluable, I think we haven't done a service to the opportunity God gave us here on earth. And that's what that verse is talking about. And so this week, you guys, I want you to think about where your treasure is, what you value most. And if you don't know the answer, here's an exercise I want you to walk through. I want you to make a list of things that you feel are valuable in your life. And I want you to sort of make a note of how much time, money, and or prayer go towards these most valuable things. And start at the top. Whatever you spend the most time, money, and prayer or thought about, put that at the top. And make a list of the top 5 or 10 things. And guys, if there is nothing up there that will outlast you, I would suggest to you, you need to prioritize something that moths cannot destroy, thieves cannot steal, because moths can destroy it. It can get outdated, it can be stolen, and it has no value beyond when you own it and you're alive and you're running it. That's what God says, guys, in His Word is, be careful. Don't fall into a trap that says, these little treasures that you store up while you're here on earth are the most valuable thing. They're not worth being anxious over, those little tiny materialistic treasures. They're not worth stressing about. They're not worth your marriage, your friendships, your life. Those things come and go. But the things that God talks about fruits of the Spirit inside, the things that you will take with you. Love that matters. Joy. Peace that passes understanding. That matters. Love, joy, and peace, and patience, kindness, gentleness towards others, faithfulness, self-control. All of those things are intangible. You can't touch them. You can't put them in a bank or in the little water jug jar thing or in your piggy bank at home, and you can't really trade them to others. They have no value in earthly terms, but God says they're the most valuable. God says those things are worth pursuing. And so I want to challenge you this week, guys. Make your list. And if there aren't those things on there, the most valuable things, pursuing love and joy and peace and patience and kindness, the fruits of the Spirit, I want to challenge you to put one of those things on your list and then pursue it like you do the material things. Whatever's up there that's material, whether it's your Xbox, your phone, whether it's your social media account and grooming it and making it really perfect, or Netflix, or whatever it is that you're spending time on, even sports, or whatever it is that is not a fruit of the Spirit. I want to challenge you to put a fruit of the Spirit on there, pray about it, pursue it, and try to make time and thought and prayer about that thing equal to the other things or greater, and just see how you feel. I'm betting you will start to experience what the Bible talks about, which is peace that passes understanding. I'm betting that the Bible is true. I'm betting that you will get more return on your investment when you pursue what God says to pursue and make those your treasure. Guys, I hope you had a great week this week. I hope you can make it out to church this week or next. I love you and I miss you. Talk to you soon. See ya.